yesterday I talked about how I was going to launch the book in July, but it didn't feel like the right time. And then my friend Eva invited me to do it at the Big Draw Chicago in October. And so by the time I got back from my event in July and got settled, it was August 1st. And I needed to launch a book in 2 months' time. And I had a ton of work lined up that I was going to be doing over the summer. And I still needed to do about 100 illustrations for the book and edit it and get it ready for print. And it takes a couple of weeks to have the books printed. So they needed to be at press by September 15th, which really only gave me 6 weeks to complete the book. So today we're going to go to the Doodle board and I'm going to show you the process for how I accelerated the book to get it ready for the launch at the Big Draw Chicago. So let's hop over to the Doodle board. So today is a insight into the method of how I get things done. So let's recap. I had 100 illustrations I still had to make. I had to lay out the book and edit it and get it ready for print and production. And I did everything myself except for designing the covers, which I had my wonderful artist Robbie Short design those, and those were already done. They had been done for months at this point. So my method for madness is I do a lot of post-it notes around my desktop and things travel around. So this is absolutely what has to get done today. This is what's coming up next on deck. This is kind of more random notes, and this is what I just don't want to do that was probably on my today list previously. And so things travel around until they eventually hit the trash can. And that's my little method for madness around my desktop. And then I am also a list-driven girl. And I love to have a list. I cross everything off. My kids make their own lists and cross their things off. And I do a lot of doodling of storyboards. So I would sit there and think through each book and say, okay, here's the title page. Here's my table of contents. Here's what my spread's going to be. And this is what this spread's going to be. And so I drew out the book a lot. And then on the plane, I would kind of have these little notes and I would just go through what I wanted. And there were lots of things, again, this is just a random to-do list, but there were lots of things that necessarily didn't make it into the book because I just would decide, I don't want that in the book and I don't want that in the book. And then I would maybe get insight on the plane and add a different illustration. So a lot of people spend a lot of time creating wonderful tables of contents and do exact flow charts for how they want to do the book. And my process is a little bit more organic. And when it came time to editing it, so here it is. I love it. I didn't even really look at this before I put it up here. September 7th. And the book has to be at the printers by September 15th. And I send out a call for help on my Facebook saying, I need to get the book done. I can't look at it anymore. It still needs some tender loving care. I'm looking for volunteer readers who totally love me and understand I'm traveling like crazy and make mistakes and will help me find these and make this book even better. I'll send you an electronic copy. And then gave away some books and lots of hugs. So 19 people commented on it. Friends literally from around the world. I had friends from Australia, from England. I had old teachers of my kids show up and read copies of the book. And I love this. I tried to protect everybody's identity on my Facebook page by whiting out your names, but you know who you are. And it was such a great experience having all of these friends show up. And it's so funny, one of my friends, she showed up like September 10th and was like, hey, do you still need readers? And by then we were done. And it was a massive swarm of editing that I couldn't have done without all of my friends. And the real secret that I probably shouldn't tell anybody is the book is laid out in Word. I purposely wanted everything so extremely simple for this book. My focus and my intention for this book was for it to be, again, 200 pages, full color, and little to no text meant the world to me. And I had some readers say, oh, I'm a little disappointed it doesn't have more content, and that was okay because I had a vision for this book and it came out exactly the way that I wanted it. So you can see where some people added comments through their PDF or through their Word document where they were reading it, and then I integrated all of these edits and I had it to my publisher, I think, early. I think we made it to print by September 12th so that it could go into production. And that is a very high level look at how the editing process went. So much for watching the video today on the editing process, and I really haven't shown it so far, but this is the final book, and it turned out 200 and what was the final count? 223 pages, and it was everything I envisioned the book would be. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you more about the launch at the Big Draw Chicago and how it was received whenever we went live. So see you tomorrow. Bye.